SqlMap.xml in MyBatis. Now we are focusing on SqlMap.xml. Serves as the SQL mapping file of MyBatis is configured with SQL statement to operate the database. This file needs to be loaded in SqlMap.xml. As an example, you can see here sample account.xml file in MyBatis 2.x version. You can see SQL map and namespace here, and you can see a result map here, the most complicated and powerful element that describe how to load your object from the database result sets. You can see ID here, and ID result, flagging result as ID with help improve overall performance. Both ID and result map a single column value to a single property or field of a simple data type, string, int, double, date, etc. And we can see attribute property here in result, a field or property to map the column result to, and the column name from the database or the aliased column label, and column index here. We can see a select element here, a mapped select element, and ID, a unique identifier in this namespace that can be used to reference the statement. The result map, a named reference to an external result map here, and you can see here insert element, a mapped insert statement, ID is here, and ID attribute, a unique identifier in this namespace that can be used to reference this statement. Here as an example too, you can see here in MyBatis a mapper.xml file, sample one. Here mapper namespace is user. Here you can see a select element, a mapped select statement. Here you can see ID, a unique identifier in this namespace. That can be used to reference this statement. We can see here a parameter type, a fully qualified class name or alias for the parameter that will be passed into the statement. And the result type, the fully qualified class name or alias for the expected type that will be returned from the statement. Here you can see insert element, a mapped insert statement. You can see ID here, ID attribute, a unique identifier in this namespace that can be used to reference this statement. Parameter type, the fully qualified class name or alias for the parameter that will be passed into this statement. Flush cache attribute, settings this to be to true will cause the second level and local caches to be flushed whenever this statement is called. Default true for insert, update and delete statement. Timeout attribute, this sets the maximum number of seconds the driver will wait for the database to return from a request before throwing an exception. Default is unset, driver dependent. A configuration file for MyBatis 2 look like this, and remember that MyBatis loads resources from the class path, so be sure to add the account.xml file to the class path. Here in MyBatis, using class path relative resources, this statement simply tell MyBatis where to go from here. The rest of the details are in each of the SQL mapping files. This segment is from SqlMap.xml. As an exception example, we can consider class SqlMap.exception thrown to indicate a problem with SqlMap configuration or state. Generally, if an SqlMap exception is thrown, something is critically wrong and cannot be corrected until a change to the configuration or the environment is made. Note, generally this wouldn't be used to indicate that an SQL execution error occurred. That's what SQL exception is for. This is in the package com.mybatis.sqlmap.client. As an error example, we can consider this. The error may exist in mybatis/student.xml. The error occurred while processing mapper_result map result. This error occurred in Spring using MyBatis. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.